हेलो वेलकम गाइस टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल। मैं बादल हूँ और आज हम लोग आ गए हैं नोएडा में, नोएडा सेक्टर 21 में। आज है एमएफएन 12 की फाइट और अभी एंट्री की हम लोगों ने। बहुत अच्छा एनवायरनमेंट है, मैनेजमेंट भी अच्छा है काफ़ी। एमएफएन ने बहुत अच्छा किया इस बार। और अभी लोगों की एंट्री हो रही है। राजन भाई मेरे साथ है, अभी एंट्री हो रही है उनकी। आज बहुत सारी फाइट है, टाइटल फाइट सिंह की है। देखो आप इस बार आज मैं अपना स्टैंड लाना भूल गया, हाथ से ही वीडियो पकड़ के वीडियो बना रहा हूँ। तबीयत थोड़ी ठीक नहीं थी, एक्सीडेंट हुआ है, पैर में चोट लगी है। हाँ, चला भी नहीं जा रहा है। तो चलते हैं अंदर की तरफ, अंदर मिलते हैं, एंट्री कर लेते हैं एक बार।
उम्र 23 साल, हाइट 176 सेंटीमीटर, वजन 66.1। इनका स्टाइल है एमएमए और इनके खिलाफ खड़े हैं पहलवान दुष्यंत। एज 21 साल, हाइट 170 सेंटीमीटर, वजन ऑलमोस्ट सेम क्योंकि ये फेदरवेट बाउट है और इनका स्टाइल है रेसलिंग।
Ladies and gentlemen, first we introduce the blue corner. He weighed in at 66.1 kilograms. Representing Manila, make some noise for Anthony Syiem! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at 66.29 kilograms. Representing Delhi, give it up for Dushyant! Ladies and gentlemen, as the action begins, the referee for the fight, Ranjit.
Follow main session all the time. If I stay stop the fight. If you want to touch gloves, back to your corners.
देवी और सज्जनों, मैट्रिक्स फाइट नाइट 12 में आपका स्वागत है। आज शाम की ये है दूसरी फाइट। हमारे पास एंथनी सायम, हु इज आल्सो नोन एज द शिलोंग गैंगस्टर, ब्लू कॉर्नर में है और इनके अगेंस्ट हैं रेड कॉर्नर में, लाल कॉर्नर में पहलवान दुष्यंत। पहलवान दुष्यंत ने पहल की।
Dushyant opening up with those inside leg kicks.
Oh yes, inside leg kicks. And he goes for a takedown.
It's dangerous when you got a wrestler that knows how to set up his takedown to a strike. That's exactly what he did.
Guys, the power from Dushyant. I don't know if you could feel it in that takedown right here next to the cage. Oh my gosh.
And this is exactly what I was saying before, that some wrestlers like to be in half control, inside control, which is what he's doing right now. He's willing to stay within that one leg because that actually might give him better control up against the cage. It's actually
Is that a Kimura?
it's almost like a backwards Kimura.
Yeah, backwards Kimura here, Gary. This is strange.
But the pressing up against the cage once again is a great negator of all things that can come at you from the bottom.
It really is. And it's really preventing Anthony from getting his hips out and getting out from under Dushyant.
But you'll see that Dushyant once again is controlling from the bottom. He's staying in the side control, or staying in the half guard, and is controlling across up against the cage.
पहलवान दुष्यंत आज एंथनी सायम के खिलाफ अपनी पहलवानी दिखाते हुए। दुष्यंत ने कोई मौका नहीं छोड़ा, फटाफट टेक डाउन लिया, एंथनी को ग्राउंड पे ले गए और ये देखिए यहाँ से कैसे वो अपने मुक्के चला रहे हैं।
Anthony is calm on the bottom, but Dushyant is looking for a pass. I've seen him attempt it a couple of times, but Anthony is good at retrieving the guard again and being able to keep it where it is right now, which still isn't in the best position, but it could be worse in this situation.
You know, Gary, that's an excellent point. Anthony is doing a very good job of staying calm in this position. These shots are heavy, guys. These are heavy shots to the ribs.
And I'm sure that Dushyant does not feel like a featherweight right now. The way the wrestler, he's trying to pass into full here.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, passing right into full. Oh, nice sweep here. Oh, right back into it, guys.
Wow, and Anthony just a wrestler trying to retrieve on top here.
तो Gary, there's a reason he's known as the gangster. और यहाँ पे दोबारा से चाल बदल दी है पहलवान दुष्यंत ने.
These wrestlers on the hips, he was sending up like a bulldog arm triangle.
Absolutely.
And listen, some of these wrestlers got the strength to finish these submissions in these situations, which is crazy.
दुष्यंत एंथनी के ऊपर बैठे हैं, उनको दबा रखा है और यहाँ पे एंथनी थोड़े मजबूर दिख रहे हैं. दुष्यंत कंटिन्यूअस कंट्रोल बनाए रख रहे हैं और अब एक एक करके स्ट्राइक्स मारे जा रहे हैं एंथनी को.
Ranjit has warned Anthony a few times here about stopping, interlocking his toes into the cage, guys.
If Dushyant can get his head actually on the outside of that arm, he literally has an arm triangle set up. He's going for this bulldog choke right now. But if he gets it out, he has an arm triangle literally waiting out there. But he's kind of going for this neck crank right now.
Dushyant's going to need to not put all of his weight into this. He's going to need to reserve a little bit of strength in this position and to not burn his arms out too, Gary.
Yeah, definitely. Like, he's definitely just going for that full wrestler.
He's committed to it.
He's committed to it. He's committed to it.
Well, he's got a lot of brute strength.
He does. He certainly does. Look at his physique.
Yeah, definitely. Like you know, you're gonna try to control this right here. We got 1 minute left in the round. You definitely are winning the round at this point. But if he, once again, like I'm saying, if he can get his head outside that arm, there's an arm triangle there which would suffocate Anthony in this situation. But he's very committed to this. I don't even know if he sees it, but he's definitely committed to this and just kind of basing those hips and keeping his head forward and just kind of punching down on him.
Here, is he looking for an arm bar?
Okay, I like the grip that he's holding on to.
Yeah.
Motorcycle grip on the wrist here.
Motorcycle, the Dan Gable grip. Yeah, he's almost kind of holding on to that right now.
मात्र 23 सेकेंड इस राउंड में और पहलवान दुष्यंत अपनी पहलवानी दिखाते हुए उन्होंने नीचे दबा रखा है एंथनी सायम को.
One thing you gotta think about here, wrestlers sometimes have this problem, is the lactic acid that builds up in your biceps for holding a choke for this long. Your arms can get very heavy. Say the next round stays standing. You are gonna be very heavy standing. So now we're going back to the feet now. Now we're gonna have to see Dushyant, how he feels, because there's a lot of lactic acid that's gonna pump into his body. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be just as explosive again.
All right, so let's begin round number 2. एंथनी ने इस बार स्टार्ट की, एक लो किक मारी, दुष्यंत की आंखें सीधे एंथनी की तरफ, and I think Gary, Dushyant,
Nice high kick right there, guys.
Excellent kicks.
Once again, we're good back there.
Well, I think Anthony did a mistake of taking Dushyant down over him.
I think one of the things is going high kick on a wrestler is dangerous in these situations. Go calf kicks, go low, go beat the leg because they got to change levels on you. Why go high? That's what they're looking for. They'll timeout kicks. They'll take the kick. They'll absorb the kick and go right through it, which is the situation we're seeing right now when you end up on the bottom of it.
That's exactly what we were talking about this morning. Stay off center and beat that calf.
Exactly. Beat the calf on these guys.
बिल्कुल, जब एंथनी को पता है कि दुष्यंत टॉप हैवी हैं और बहुत सारा प्रेशर डालते हैं ऊपर से एंड शॉर्ट स्ट्राइक्स भी फेंकते हैं, आई थिंक अपने ऊपर उनको गिराने की कोई जरूरत नहीं थी.
Dushyant here has secured full side control. Let's see if he can utilize it, get a finish.
Yeah, what Anthony needs to work for first is half. Let's see if he can sneak that one leg right there. Oh, I guess they're both going to stand up here. Perfect. So now we reset. So this once again plays the lactic acid. You see that Dushyant is kind of like
Anthony right back to his feet though.
Exactly. You defend these enough times, you'll gas the wrestler out.
The power of Dushyant right on his head. Wow.
बिल्कुल ऐसा लग रहा है कि दुष्यंत बस मौका ढूंढ रहे हैं. जैसे ही उन्हें मौका मिलता है वो अपनी पहलवानी, अपनी कुश्ती बिल्कुल यहाँ दिखा रहे हैं आज मैट्रिक्स फाइट नाइट में.
Guys, these elbows to the floating ribs are devastating.
And you got the one-arm trap right now, which if you want to crucify it right here, it's the perfect setup for a crucifix right here.
Dushyant getting a warning from referee Ranjith about a strike to the back of the head.
But this is a prime wrestler's position right here. Sat half guard, base the weight over top, and you're trapped. The guy on the bottom, especially a wrestler,
He's trapped, and you know what else he's doing a really good job of, Gary, is targeting the kidneys and targeting that floating rib area.
And trust me, that hurts. Been there, felt that, those floating ribs, because then if this fight goes to the third round, that's where the recovery gets hindered. That 1 minute of recovery, you don't get the air in your body the way when you got your ribs being in like this for one round. I love how he controls that. Puts the pressure down with his shoulder. That's a suffocating move right here that he's doing right here with the shoulder pressure. That's a heavy, heavy move.
And Dushyant is extremely heavy. Extremely heavy.
And you can make your weight double if you know how to shoulder pressure somebody right.
लगातार घातक प्रहार करते हुए पहलवान दुष्यंत.
Dushyant is literally looking at his corner and laughing with him. If you look at his corner, they're literally clapping for him and knowing that he's got this. They're communicating from across the cage right now. He knows, he feels very confident in there right now, it seems like.
बिल्कुल गैरी, क्योंकि यहाँ बहुत सफाई से डोमिनेट कर रहे हैं दुष्यंत. और आज यहाँ पे जो ऑडियंस है उसमें दुष्यंत का परिवार भी बैठा हुआ है और मुझे पूरा भरोसा है कि उनका परिवार को आज उनके ऊपर बहुत गर्व होगा.
Dushyant doing a really, really good job here, isolating and controlling his hips as well on the bottom.
I'm surprised Dushyant let him stand up here.
I'm surprised as well.
Could that be a sign of exhaustion? Sometimes even wrestlers are like, listen, I don't want to be in that position no longer. So this should be, this is kind of Anthony's pass right here. If there's any best case scenario right now, this is it that we're seeing.
I am noticing an open mouth of Dushyant and flat feet.
There you go. See that if a wrestler is letting you stand up, that could be an easy sign right there.
मात्र 7 सेकंड और बचे हैं इस फाइट में.
Gary, it's as if he listened to you there, stayed off center and kicked the calf.
There we go. That's what we need to see. We need to see more calf kicks, and we need to see more checks.
Oh my gosh, what a pet peeve of mine, Gary. Let's see those.
There we go, there we go. Okay. Oh, he's going for the guillotine right here. He's going for the guillotine. This could be it. Right here, suffocating
Well, that's a tight one.
This could be tight.
Oh,
beautiful.
Dushyant did a good job.
Way to
getting out of
swivel
that,
the
guys.
head in. You need to swivel the head in. Exactly what he did.
So Gary, there's a reason we call him the gangster. That was the gangster move actually.
That was a pretty gangster move. You know
Calf
what? Why
kick
not?
into a flying guillotine.
और यहाँ पे एंथनी अपने कॉर्नर से कम्युनिकेट करते हुए मात्र 10 सेकंड बचे हैं.
You know, I'm very surprised. Even though Anthony is getting pummeled on the bottom here, he is remaining calm throughout both of these rounds.
Yeah, that was desperation guillotine, but listen, that wakes the guy up here, man. That makes Dushyant wake up like, listen, we can't get complacent. You may think you have the fight secured, but you can't get complacent in these situations. underneath. They're literally like a tow truck. They come underneath you, pick you up, and put you on your back. If you put too much weight forward, you always got to almost sit back on your leg.
We've got the unofficial stats on the screen. Sorry, Gary and John, I'm a little bit excited. Not a little bit, I think a little bit is an understatement here. Those were highlights, not the headlights.
Here we go. Okay, so this is where Anthony really needs to know where his weight's at, because obviously we know what Dushyant's going to do. He's waiting for the takedown. He's going to set up strikes to go for it again.
You know, something that we were discussing in between those rounds, Gary, is that Anthony needs to stay at the end of his range if he wants to be effective and not get taken down by Dushyant here.
Which is what just happened here. It's loud in here, man.
It is very loud.
It is loud.
Well, the atmosphere here is electric. We've got a lot of fight fans in presence. बहुत सारे Matrix Fight Night के fans आए हैं और गैरी इसी रीजन से हम दिल्ली एनसीआर को हिंदुस्तान की फाइट कैपिटल बोलते हैं.
So you gotta love it. You gotta love the energy in here. It is awesome to be in this. The drums in the background, the action in the cage.
I can tell you when you hear drums, we have Baggy Men Deep fans in the house.
बिल्कुल बागी मंदीप के बहुत सारे फैंस हैं. हमने उनको MFN 11 में देखा था और हो सकता है आप उनको MFN 13 में भी देखें.
Yes. Would like to see him fight Georgie.
एक बहुत अच्छा इंप्रूवमेंट यहाँ देखने को मिला है दुष्यंत के गेम प्लान में कि वो कंटिन्यूअसली अपने कॉर्नर से कम्युनिकेट कर रहे हैं. जहाँ पे भी वो फंस जाते हैं या उन्हें लगता है कि स्ट्राइक्स इफेक्टिव नहीं है, वो अपने कॉर्नर की तरफ देखते हैं और कॉर्नर से इंस्ट्रक्शंस ले रहे हैं.
I know, so that's one of the things, like he's on the opposite end of the cage from his corner and still communicating with them, especially with the crowd this loud. I'm surprised he's able to understand, but it seems like he's picking up the messages they're saying.
Yeah, and it's crazy. He's able to control him, look over at his corner, smile, and then go back to work.
I feel like they're planning the after party right now.
Guys, not to beat a dead horse here, but my gosh, these strikes to the floating rib area are certainly taking a toll.
Yeah, they definitely can. But this is where you got to keep the pressure on. Remember, Dushyant kind of got off last time. Anthony, I wouldn't sleep on him still. We still got 2.5 minutes. I've seen crazier things in MMA, right? MMA is one of those sports where it
Well, Dushyant trying to get him over there. I'm not sure. Is he going for another one of these bulldog chokes?
I think that's what he's going for, because the arm triangle's been there for the entire time. And
the entire fight.
I'm going to have to show him that after this, because he's getting to the position. He's getting where you need to get to.
Corner calling for elbows here.
Oh, that was heavy elbows right there. That was heavy. I'm glad that he's trying to go for a finisher. Like, he's actually keep the pressure on. Some guys can get complacent. They'll just hold the position. But he is keeping it on. He's coming down with it.
बिल्कुल गैरी अपना मोमेंटम बरकरार रखते हुए दुष्यंत यहाँ पे कंटिन्यूसली स्ट्राइक्स फेंक रहे हैं. थोड़े से एंथनी हेल्पलेस लग रहे हैं और यहाँ पे दुष्यंत कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि फुल माउंट पे आए और वहाँ से कंट्रोल करके स्ट्राइक्स फेंके.
These guys right in front of us, you can feel these punches through the cage. I can feel them.
They seem to be getting heavier by the round. And once again, I've said this before, the story that follows a fighter can come into play in these fights. We heard about his story, we heard about his father, we heard about what he comes from. We heard that he came from a loss, changing gyms. This is somebody that's trying to prove himself in this cage tonight, and that is exactly what he's doing. That he is somebody you should keep an eye on, and that's exactly what he's showing.
He is, and I can tell you, Gary, he has made some vast improvements from his previous fights. Some vast improvements.
बिल्कुल जॉन, हमने इनको लास्ट MFN 10 में देखा था दुबई में और तब से लेके अभी तक बहुत इंप्रूवमेंट दिख रहा है इनके गेम में. और तब आई थिंक बहुत ज़्यादा इनको एक्सपीरियंस नहीं था बड़े स्टेज पे खेलने का, बट इन्होंने पिछले 3 महीने में एड़ी चोटी का जोर लगा के बहुत मेहनत करके आज ये दोबारा MFN 12 में आए हैं. एंड ही इज पुटिंग अप अ शो फॉर ऑल द फाइट फैंस इन अटेंडेंस.
He's straight into full mount. He transitioned from that half guard that he maintained the whole fight. He's trying to finish this fight. He's coming down with a ground and pound. He has exhausted Anthony at this point, who is getting desperate trying to get up, keeping that wrestler pressure on from the back. And
why is he not throwing his hooks in here? Nice slam, guys.
This is a wrestler imposing himself. This is literally a wrestler imposing his strength.
Playing his game.
Playing his game. Gangster or not, Dushyant is trying to let him know what's up tonight.
I think he's let him know, Gary.
And you look at his corner. His corner is over there losing it right now. They're absolutely, they want him to finish this fight. They don't want him to take it to the decision. They want the finish from this guy. So you can see the level that they have at that gym. They want finishes over there.
Yeah, and you know as well as anybody, Gary, we do not want to leave it to the judges.
No, definitely not. You do not want to leave anywhere you fight. So, but this is pretty decisive right now. But still, to know that you have that eagerness in you, that's amazing to see. Amazing control, amazing fight.
What a
बहुत ही
performance by
बढ़िया
Dushyant.
फाइट यहाँ दुष्यंत के द्वारा उन्होंने दिखा दिया कि यदि आपका कैंप काफी अच्छा है.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Mayank scored the bout 30-27. Judge Mohit scored the bout 30-26. Judge Abhishek scored the bout 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision, Dushyant!